Welcome to the channel, everyone. As we step into 2025, we'll be seeing a number of exciting new vehicle nameplates, but sadly, we'll also be bidding farewell to some beloved models. Over 10 different cars won't make it to the 2025 model year. Stay tuned as we take a look at some of the vehicles saying goodbye to us this year. Chevrolet Camaro. Chevrolet is ending the Camaro once more. The iconic two-door muscle car was first pulled from production in the early 2000s, but Chevrolet revived it in 2010. The Camaro made a striking return, although its sharp looks were paired with a less-than-stellar chassis and narrow windows that made visibility a challenge. A redesign in 2016 improved the car's handling, but the visibility issue remained a point of contention. Built on the same platform as the Cadillac ATS and CTS, now the CT4 and CT5, the sixth-generation Camaro brought more excitement to the table. However, Chevrolet isn't completely giving up on the Camaro name just yet. The brand has announced plans to introduce a seventh-generation model in the years to come. Ferrari 812. The debut of the Ferrari 12 cylinders signals the end of the beloved 812 model line. It seems Ferrari's Modena headquarters just doesn't have space for two front-engine V12 two-door models. While the 12 Cylindri is bound to excite fans craving a 12-cylinder Grand Tourer with the iconic prancing horse, its retro-inspired styling doesn't quite match the boldness of the outgoing 812, especially in the Competizione version. We're confident that future iterations of the 12 Cylindri will enhance both its design and performance. But no matter what's to come, the 812 will always hold a special place in our hearts. Fisker Ocean. With Fisker's bankruptcy, it's no shock that the Ocean won't be making it to the 2025 model year. While this all-electric SUV boasted a number of innovative features, like its California mode that lowered all the windows at once, and a rotating center touchscreen that could switch between landscape and portrait display, it ultimately fell short in other areas. From clunky software integration to subpar interior materials, the rest of the Ocean didn't live up to expectations. Despite its clever ideas, it couldn't overcome these key shortcomings. Ford is saying goodbye to the Edge, with the midsize SUV bowing out after the 2024 model year. Well, at least in North America. In China, however, the Edge continues to live on. Thanks to its connection to the Chinese-built Lincoln Nautilus, which Ford's luxury division sells in the U.S., there's a chance that the third-generation Edge could eventually return to American dealerships, but not as a 2025 model. For now, it looks like our time with the Edge will come to a close after 2 generations and 18 years. Launched in 2007, the two-row Edge filled the gap between Ford's smaller unibody Escape and the larger body-on-frame Explorer. The midsize Edge was designed to compete with other car-based SUVs of similar size, like the Mazda CX-7 and Nissan Murano. A redesign in 2015 refined its original formula, focusing more on comfort than performance. Sadly, newer rivals edged out the Edge, leaving it straggling toward the back of the midsize SUV pack. Infiniti Q50. Infiniti is pulling the plug on its last remaining sedan, the Q50. This more than a decade-old vehicle did see a few updates over time, like the addition of a twin-turbocharged 3.0-liter V6 engine. But it never quite gained the traction it needed to truly separate itself from the pack of sports sedans. While the Q50 may not have become a top contender in its class, its departure still leaves a void. After all, even a decent rear-drive sports sedan has its place in the market. With sedans becoming increasingly rare, they're fast becoming an endangered species. Jaguar I-Pace. As one of the early players in the post-Tesla long-range electric vehicle market, the Jaguar I-Pace offered a sleek, low-slung design, hatchback versatility, and over 200 miles of range, according to EPA estimates. However, it didn't take long for newer, more affordable competitors to undercut Jaguar's efforts. When it debuted in the late 2010s, the I-Pace carried a hefty price tag of around $70,000. Even by its final model year, the I-Pace's starting price remained high, with an EPA estimated range of just 246 miles, only 12 miles more than the original 2019 model. While 246 miles of range is sufficient for most drivers, in today's market, where similarly priced options like the Lucid Air Pure offer an impressive 420 miles, the iPace's range just isn't enough to keep up. Kia Forte. The Forte nameplate is officially retired, but the car itself lives on. For its 2025 redesign, Kia's compact sedan is rebranded as the K4, a shift that brings it more in line with the K5, the brand's midsize sedan. While the new K4 is more appealing than its predecessor, the familiar Forte name, which has been in use since 2010, is no longer part of the picture. Before the Forte, Kia's compact sedan was known as the Spectra, and even earlier, it went by the name Cephia. Perhaps the K4 will be the name that finally sticks. Lamborghini Huracan. The Huracan served as Lamborghini's entry-level sports car, stepping in as a thrilling successor to the Gallardo and helping boost the brand's global sales during its production run. Powered by a high-revving V10 engine, which it shared with the now-discontinued Audi R8, the Huracan's mid-mounted engine gave it a unique personality, setting it apart from its more powerful V12 counterparts. The final Huracan model, the all-terrain Stirato variant, left the stage in spectacular fashion. Now Lamborghini is ready to introduce the Temerario, which aims to carry on the Huracan's legacy, but with a completely different approach. The Temerario will feature a plug-in hybrid powertrain, pairing a V8 engine with electric power for a new take on performance. Maserati Gibli. When the Gibli debuted in 2014, the concept seemed promising. A more affordable sports sedan that combined Italian flair and striking design with the prestige of the Maserati badge. However, the execution didn't quite live up to expectations, and the Gibli ended up doing more to dilute the Maserati mystique than elevate it. Despite this, the car hung around for a while, with the Ferrari-derived V8 engine versions offering solid performance. But we won't be mourning the Ghibli's departure too much. It's not set to have a direct successor, as Maserati plans to have the next-generation Quattroporte carry the torch for the brand's sedans on its own. Mitsubishi Mirage. The Mitsubishi Mirage was always a no-frills solution for basic transportation, boasting an affordable price and an extensive warranty, but offering little else to excite budget-conscious buyers. Despite this, the Mirage surprisingly thrived in sales, seeing a notable surge in the first 3 quarters of 2024. It's clear that there's still demand for an inexpensive, compact car. While it seems Mitsubishi doesn't have plans to replace the Mirage anytime soon, its continued sales success, even as it nears the end of its run, might inspire another automaker to step in and fill the gap in the no-nonsense, budget-friendly corner of the market. Nissan GTR. We all recognize that defeating Godzilla is no easy feat, and the same can be said for Nissan's advanced sports car. The R35 model ran from 2008 to 2024, undergoing numerous updates throughout its lifespan. While its appearance has largely remained consistent with the original design, its performance has gradually improved, with the Nismo variant now delivering 600 horsepower from its twin-turbo 3.8-liter V6 engine. Once a technological leader, the current GTR's sophisticated all-wheel drive system has since been outpaced by new arrivals. Nevertheless, Nissan will face a tough challenge with the next-generation GTR, which will likely include some form of electrification. Ram 1500 Classic. The Ram 1500 Classic has its roots in 2008, as the brand continued to produce the previous generation 1500 pickup, known internally as the DS, long after the newer generation debuted in 2019. In contrast, Ford and General Motors had redesigned their full-size trucks multiple times during the entire production run of the DS-based Ram. This aging model finally came to an end after the 2024 model year, by which point calling it classic seemed like a generous term. Toyota Venza. The Toyota Venza has experienced a comeback after being discontinued once before. The original Venza, built on the Camry platform, was available from 2009 to 2015. After a few years of absence, Toyota brought the nameplate back, applying it to the Harrier, a version of the RAV4 hybrid sold in Japan. The 2021 Venza was reintroduced as a mid-size 2-row crossover, aiming to compete with models like the Ford Edge and Nissan Murano. However, it struggled to make a significant impact, as it was too small, too pricey, and too similar to Toyota's other models. Now the Venza has been replaced by the Crown Signia, a sleeker, more spacious two-row SUV with a wagon-like appearance, better suited for its near-luxury positioning. Bugatti Chiron. The debut of the Bugatti Tourbillon also signals the conclusion of the Bugatti Chiron's production. After nearly 8 years, the Chiron's limited 500-unit production comes to an end with the 2024 model year. However, this doesn't mark the end of Bugatti's quad-turbo 8.0-liter W16 engine, as it continues to power the 2025 Mistral Roadster. Despite this, the W16's time is running out, with the introduction of the new V16 engine featured in the hybrid Tourbillon, pointing to a shift in Bugatti's future direction. Thanks so much for watching our video on the cars that will be disappearing in 2025. If you found it interesting, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to stay up to date with all our latest content. We'd love to hear your thoughts, so leave a comment down below. Are there any cars you're going to miss? Or any you'd like to see stick around? Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.